And welcome back. Today we will be creating transparent background PNGs out of PNGs that have a white background, a common problem you'll come across. Let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to go to File, Open Image, and we're going to pull up this nice little fairy I found that has a white background, but I want to be able to use that fairy in another image. So let's go ahead and use our magic wand tool. Well, if we go ahead and try and click that, that's great, it works, but backspace does not clear anything. Why? Because your lock is still keeping your layer frozen in place. You can't change anything about that layer. So I'm going to double click to unlock that layer. And now when I click on it, it works. However, at this point, you see what's happening if I zoom in on this image. It is not selecting enough of this image. It's leaving, she has a little bit of a glow around her, and we need to eliminate that glow. So I'm using Control-Z, I'll undo. I'm going to change the tolerance on my brush. I'm going to increase the tolerance so I can select more white area. You see that there? It's getting a little better. Let's go a little more. Let's go up to 54. Let's see how close we get with that. We want to make sure though, oh yeah, you see we've got to watch out for that. It's starting to chop the wings off a little bit. So finding a sweet spot is a good thing to do with the tolerance here. Can take a little bit of work, kind of trying to see where it is. That's pretty close. I think I can work with that because we can touch up the rest of it here. Her wing is getting diced up a bit, however. We can fix that up in other ways. Let's go ahead and delete that background off. The next part here, we're going to do some more deletion, but let's get rid of that perforated line first. I went Control D, takes care of that. I'm going to use the eraser tool at this point. Well, that tip is too large. We're going to go smaller, and I am going to use a little bit of a harder edge to this eraser at this point. I'm going to get in there, and this is a good call for zoom functions. You'll find those. You can zoom in. Oh, I guess I might have deleted my little view panel here. We got a navigator that you can use. That allows you to zoom in and out. You can also use Control Plus or Control minus to also zoom in or out, or you can always use the roll bar on your mouse. Let's see here. We're going to get a little more of that fairy deleted off, and I think that right there needs to come off too. We got some more work to do down there. Up here a little bit, I'm going to need a smaller brush yet. Let's see what we can do with a little tiny one here. There we go. Now we're getting pretty close. Whoops, chopped off part of her wing. I use Control-Z and undo that. All right, now we're getting pretty close. Now we do have this issue of she has a little slice out of her wing, and we want to take care of that. So let's go ahead and we'll use a clone stamp for that. We're going to clone stamp part of her wing here. And I'm just clicking multiple times, kind of bringing that wing back, repairing it a little bit. That worked pretty good. All right, and there you go. We have turned a white background into a transparent background. One more thing to do. We want to save this image as not as a JPEG. You actually want to save it as a PNG, transparent, full quality. There we go. She's a little tiny fairy, only 76 kilobytes. That's okay. Fairies are small. So we're going to rename her Fairy PNG, and we are done at the moment, also known as ping files. All right, there we go, save. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it was helpful.